I have never read a Western before, but I'm looking forward to reading, hopefully, 4 Westerns in the month of June 2024 for June on the Range. Here's what I'm planning to read. Here is the one from Louis L'Amour I'm reading. It's called Hondo. Don't tell anyone, but I've already started reading it. I'm about 4 chapters in. Really enjoying it so far. It's about a kind of a independent, on his own man, a cowboy who's running from Indians, who's trying to do what he's supposed to do, but also he's now kind of rediscovering gentleness and a care for a lady and her young son. So pretty interesting read. We're going to see how this turns out, but so far I'm really enjoying this one by Louis L'Amour. All right, second one I'm reading. This one is by Zane Grey. It is called The Mysterious Rider. I looked, the copyright for this one I think is 1921. So of the 4 books I have, as far as original publication date goes, this is definitely the oldest of the 4. I was watching someone do a video earlier that mentioned that Zane Grey was born in the late 1800s and he lived, I think, until the 1930s, maybe late 1930s. So this will be interesting. This is kind of a different perspective in some ways. I mean, I guess it's a similar story, but from a much older time and an older point of view. So looking forward to The Mysterious Rider by Zane Grey. All right, for my non-Louis L'Amour and non-Zane Grey books, I've gone with Ralph Compton, The Border Empire. I was looking at the back and sounds pretty interesting. They killed the gunfighter, but they didn't kill his son. And so this is the story of a kind of a gunslinger, a gunfighter who is killed by a gang who goes back into Mexico because, hey, the U.S. law can't come after them in Mexico. But apparently this gunfighter's son is willing to go after them into Mexico. So this sounds like a pretty interesting read by Ralph Compton, The Border Empire. And the 4th one I plan to read is by Cameron Judd. It's called Devil Wire. Looking at the back, it seems to be talking about the tensions that arise when they start putting up all of this devil wire, this barbed wire fencing, and the tensions and the anger that arises because, hey, this has always been open country. Now you got this fence line here, and is your fence line on my property? Or, you could see where this is heading. And some people were not too happy with the fences going up. So we will see how that one turns out. This fella apparently gets caught in the middle of all that. He's just trying to mind his business and earn a living like the rest of us. But here he is caught up in all this mess. So look forward to reading Devil Wire by Cameron Judd. The way that I understand the rules for Jude on the Range is, number 1, you have to read a Western. Planning to do that. Also, kind of an optional couple of rules is read one by Zane Grey and read one by Louis L'Amour. And the other 2, if you choose to read 2 more, by 2 authors different from Zane Grey and Louis L'Amour. So that's what I'm planning to do. Let me know if you plan to do Jude on the Range as well. See y'all then, and hope to meet you on the range.